Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it. These are the 3 reasons why series, why Keith Thurman could potentially beat Manny Pacquiao. And we're just going to dig into him unbiasedly and honestly, and we're just going to break it down. And this is a 50-50 fight. We haven't made an official prediction on this as of yet, but we're just going to go over these 3 reasons why Keith Thurman could potentially beat Manny Pacquiao. The first is youth. Manny Pacquiao is going to come into this fight at 40 years old, far removed from his prime, and then Keith Thurman, on the other hand, is going to come in this fight at 30 years old. So there's a 10-year age gap between Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman. 10 years is a long time, and not only that, in boxing terms, Manny Pacquiao is far removed from his prime, especially being the welterweight division. When you rely on so many things like speed and timing, all of these things are very, very important. And Manny Pacquiao is a different type of fighter. He comes forward, he's aggressive, and so the youth factor is going to play a huge role into this. And I will say that Keith Thurman's youth and athleticism will play a very, very critical role in this fight. But that is the first reason. Let's just get into the second. The second reason is going to be power. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, Manny Pacquiao has power. But it's not just the power that you have, it's how you use it. And I'll put it like this. Look at Keith Thurman. And a lot of people are going to say, well, Keith Thurman hasn't knocked out anyone in a long time. Since, I believe, 2015 when he fought Luis Collazo, stopped him in the 7th round. That's absolutely correct, 2015. But here's the thing, what Keith Thurman has done. Sean Porter was the fight where Keith Thurman, hit Sean Porter with some very good shots, and Sean Porter took those shots and kept going. So you give Sean Porter all the credit in the world. Sean Porter's not an easy guy to keep off of you, and so I can see from that perspective why people will think that. But the fight before Sean Porter, when he stopped Luis Collazo, the fight after Sean Porter, when he beat Danny Garcia, and not only did he beat Danny Garcia, he beat him, but early in the fight, he gained Danny Garcia's respect. He hurt Danny Garcia clearly. He stunned him with a couple of big shots, and Danny Garcia was a little bit weary. And then Keith Thurman was content to box off the back foot the rest of the fight, and Danny Garcia became the aggressor. And then in the Josecito Lopez, early in the fight, Keith Thurman hurt Josecito Lopez. And it wasn't until mid to late in the fight where Keith Thurman himself got hurt. So Keith Thurman displays his power early, tries to gain respect, and then tries to box midway to late through the fights and win the decisions. Keith Thurman is content not having to knock out an opponent. He's not going to be over aggressive. He's not going to be stupid with his power and trying to land shot after shot after shot. Keith Thurman is going to be strategic, and his first shot will try to hurt you, try to gain your respect, and make you weary of his power. So the fact that Keith Thurman uses his power in such an intelligent fashion has to be the second reason why he could potentially beat Manny Pacquiao. And the third reason is Keith Thurman's diverse boxing ability. His ability to adjust to styles. Keith Thurman has shown a variety of skill sets in the ring. He can fight going forward. He can fight going backwards. Keith Thurman can use power. He can just outbox you. Lateral movement. Keith Thurman has great defense at times. Keith Thurman has shown the ability to adjust to whoever he's in the fight with. He's fought a Danny Garcia. And Danny Garcia, that was, a different type of fight for Keith Thurman, a very good boxer, very good counterpuncher, and Keith Thurman beat him. Keith Thurman beat Sean Porter, a very aggressive, come-forward fighter, similar to Manny Pacquiao in some ways, and Keith Thurman beat him. And, this is a Sean Porter who had only one loss on his resume when Keith Thurman fought. So this was a very difficult Sean Porter to fight. So Keith Thurman has shown the ability to adjust the styles. And not only that, adjust efficiently and effectively to land his shots when he needs to land them, to hurt his opponents, and to do enough in every round to outwork the opponent to be able to pick up the victory. But once again, those are the top 3 reasons why I believe Keith Thurman Keith Thurman could potentially beat Manny Pacquiao. Once again, it's the IBFP. Please share, like, and you must absolutely subscribe.